What is Microsoft going to show off this year at E3? That's what we're going to talk about. I'm going to do 5 predictions for Microsoft's E3 2015 press conference. My first prediction is that Microsoft is going to announce an Xbox One Slim Edition, and I think it's going to be out in time for Christmas. Normally, I don't think a company would come out with a Slim Edition this early on into the generation. However, I think Microsoft was worried about the thermals with the Xbox One because of the red ring of death with the Xbox 360. Because of that, I think that they made the box substantially larger than it needed to be to make sure that they didn't have any thermal issues. I think they were going to want to slim down that form factor a little bit to make it a little bit more attractive to consumers, because let's be honest, the Xbox One is pretty big. My second prediction is that we're going to see Titanfall 2 at Microsoft's E3 press conference. Now, it's been confirmed that Titanfall 2 is not an Xbox exclusive. However, I think a lot of the mind share around Titanfall is still centered around Xbox. I think Microsoft is going to want to capitalize on that, and I think they will show it at their conference this year. Some people may say that it's too early to be seeing Titanfall 2, but I don't think so. This is Respawn we're talking about. They're used to those 2-year development cycles. I mean, they've worked on several Call of Duty games before. I don't think it's unreasonable to think that we're going to see it this year and that we'll be playing it by next year. My third prediction is that we're going to see a Rare game at Microsoft's press conference, and I don't think it's going to be a pre-existing IP. I think it's going to be a new game. I think Rare is probably sick to death of making stuff like Kinect Sports. I think Phil Spencer probably went to them and said, "Hey Rare, make whatever the you want, make us an exclusive." I think it's going to be a new IP. I'm just hoping that it recaptures some of the nostalgia that's attached to some of those old Rare properties. I would really like to see a multiplayer shooter in the vein of GoldenEye, or maybe a 3D platformer or an action-adventure game. Whatever it is, I just want it to feel like a Rare game. My fourth prediction is that we're going to see more of the new Crackdown game. Now, that may seem like a pretty obvious prediction, but I think that big Xbox fans are going to lose their shit over this game, and I think for the rest of us it's going to be fairly underwhelming. That's kind of my prediction, is that I don't think that Crackdown is going to make a ton of waves, even though it's probably going to be put in the spotlight. My fifth and final prediction, and it's a little bit of a counterpoint to my previous prediction, I think we're going to see a large chunk of Scalebound this year. The reason that it's a little bit of a counterpoint to my last one is because I think Scalebound is going to end up making waves. Scalebound is a game by Platinum. It appears to be some kind of third-person action game where maybe you ride dragons, which, I mean, come on. Who doesn't want to ride dragons? But I think that it's probably not going to be put front and center the way Crackdown and Gears are, but I think that Microsoft is going to be surprised at what kind of waves that game generates. I'm very excited for Scalebound. Platinum seems to have been working on it for a while, and they seem very excited about it. In my experience, when a dev is excited about a project they're working on, that's when we get their best work. So I'm really excited to see what's going on with Scalebound. And of course, we'll see Gears. That's 5.5. That's prediction 5.5. We're going to see Gears, obviously.